Imagine if you were the top of the top, the best of the best. You've reached that pinnacle of the mountaintop. You were the strongest entity, the most well-known individual around the world, and then all of a sudden, you're canceled to such a degree where your entire life is flipped upside down, and you straight up are something that is just so low on the totem pole that it's just like, it's night and day for what you used to be. That's exactly what the dungeon life of a once genius hunter is about. And boy oh boy, what a fantastic series. I want to take some few moments to talk about this because honestly, when I first looked at this, it seemed like the standard, like, oh, a character is a hunter or a character's going into these portals and clearing a dungeon. It seems like the standard formula that has definitely gotten very popular in recent days, especially with like, solo leveling reaching a very high degree of popularity and eventually having an anime. But the point is that you see a lot of different webtoons, etc., that go down the route of this type of storytelling where, a character goes into a dungeon and they discover a hidden power-up, they get stronger, or they're underdogs, something like that. But that's not exactly what this series is. It's actually a little bit different than everything else when it comes to that formula, and I want to talk about it. So, as I already hinted at, our main character legitimately got canceled. Like, I'll show it on the screen, you can see it for yourself, the image. Our character literally had a whole, falling out with the media and everything around him within the world because he actually assaulted someone. He straight up assaulted someone, and it resulted in him, having rumors and everything spread around, and eventually the cancellation got so far, he died. Like, he legit died in the first chapter. So it's just like, okay, well, that's the type of series we're getting into. So let's cover all this. So currently at this time, there's 9 chapters out, and if you're wanting to actually read ahead, you have to use coins and stuff on Webtoon, and I think there's 14 chapters in total if you do want to read ahead. But the point is I read all 9 chapters that's currently out. Very quick to read. It's really not that hard to really catch up. I mean, sitting down, you can probably catch up in about 20-30 minutes. It's really not that difficult. But anyways, let's talk about the first chapter. That's what I kind of want to focus on, kind of the premise, the setup, and what the story is leading towards with the follow-up chapters. So basically, the first chapter introduces our main character, Juno Kim. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. He is someone that is declared to be the #1 hunter, aka hunters in this world is basically like an adventurer, or a hero, so to speak. There's someone that, just hunts monsters, go into dungeons, clear the boss, etc. That's what they do. And he was the first person to hit an S rank and then a triple S rank. He is a very well-known and powerful person within the world. And because of that, there's going to be a lot of people that just do not like him as a person. When it comes to popularity of anything, let's just say any type of thing. It could be a person, it could be a piece of media, entertainment, whatever it could be. When something reaches a level of popularity, you'll always have people that want to be the opposite side. They're going to say oh, this is actually a bad series, or this is a bad, item, or this is a bad person. There's always people like that. You will always have that with any form of community, anything that is formed, you will have the opposite side try to tear someone down. And so when you first look into the chapter, the character, the dungeon life of a once genius hunter, you assume that maybe he's just getting falsely accused. You assume that the MC is someone that is not being properly treated, people are just wanting to see his downfall. That's what you assume. There's more to the situation than meets the eye, and we're just not getting the full context of what the first chapter was conveying to the readers. But as you continue to read on ahead, you realize that the MC is a piece of crap. He's legitimately a bad person. I'm not even gonna lie, he is a legit bad person. He might do some things that are okay or good and help people out in the grand scheme of things, like in the later chapters, but the things he doesn't do those actions because he wants to help people. He doesn't do those actions because he's kind and generous. He does that because he's just trying to get out of his situation and have a better life. He doesn't care about anyone else, and I do like that. It kind of plays on those elements and themes I love, let's say from Overlord or The Eminence in Shadow, where a character has these, motives or, I guess, imaginations of what they want in their mind that is complete opposite of the way they're, conveyed to everyone around them. I do like that. I honestly really like that with the series. But getting back into the point, though, RMC, yeah, he's a piece of crap. He is not a good person by any means, and the overall rumors of him apparently assaulting someone that was on a cleaning team, it is apparently true. He is someone that actually has had, those type of things. He did things that were unjustified, so to speak. However, despite all these things he has done, I think obviously there was a lot more extreme measures taken with his cancellation to his literal life. I mean, yikes, just legit yikes. But the point is that because of what we find out early on within the first chapter and the follow-up chapters and how bad of a person he is, it could be anyone that technically canceled him, so to speak, killed him. We don't know who necessarily did it. We could assume that has something to do with what he did to the cleaning squad of assaulting the person that was the leader, or it could be something else entirely. He's obviously made a lot of enemies. There's not a lot of people that really like him. Any friends or comrades that he has made over the years of him being a hunter, he has basically lost because he's thrown them to the wolves, or he's basically said, oh, you need to retire. He has such a massive ego, and he's so selfish that he can't see those around him, which basically shows that he's alone. He is very isolated, and nobody really cares about him. Anyone that really does care about him has long since left, and they just don't want nothing to do with him. And so I think that when we look at that type of storytelling, the story could go in any direction. We don't really know who is the one that did it. We just know that they had a lot of connections, a lot of power. They could be connected to this supposed mysterious chairman that is continuously mentioned throughout the chapters. We don't really know. The point is that the series is definitely really interesting and good so far. I wonder if it is based off of, like, a light novel or a web novel or whatever. I would love to read it. I think it's actually really cool. But let's talk about the actual story, the plot, where the story's going, etc. So as I said, the MC, he's not a good person by any means. He is an absolute horrible person. He treats people like crap, and the only reason why he does some good deeds in the latest stuff of the series, like just the chapters following after chapter 1, is because he's just wanting to get out of cleaning duty. He's wanting to get out of the cleaning squad and return to the rank of his triple S rank hunter status, basically the #1 hunter in the entire world, which I guess let's elaborate on that. Basically, he died, as I've already talked about, and obviously the story can't stop there because it's only chapter 1 and there's a lot more content that obviously needs to happen. So with his death, he returns 10 years back in time to a time period when he was 28 years old. So we don't have like a teenage character. I actually appreciate that too. But he returns back to 28 years old, and he is someone that is obviously really just getting started off as a hunter, really getting strong, etc. And he has his entire career swapped. He was once, like I said, a triple S rank hunter, but now he's apparently some no-name random person that is a part of the cleaning squad. And FYI, the cleaning squad or cleaning team, they are the lowest on the totem pole. Nobody respects them. It's a job that's very important, but obviously people just don't show them any respect or care about them. Their budget is really low. They get paid very low. They're not treated right. And there's like only 25 people that is a part of the cleaning squad out of like 10,000 members. It shows how understaffed they are. It shows how their budget is. It's not a good situation. So a lot of things following up with finding out this information, our character tries to change the situation by, either increasing the budget or getting new members, etc. But these events obviously are not to the benefit of those around him. It's for himself, because he has little goals that are given to him. If he's able to complete these said goals in a given amount of time, he will be able to return back to his life as a triple S rank hunter. So everything he does isn't for anyone else. It's for his own benefit, his own satisfaction, and he really doesn't care about anyone else, which in a way, like I said, I appreciate the nature of him being a bad person, because it's nice to see a series not always having to have a goody two-shoes. There's good times or good series that can have bad characters, like really awful people as MCs. Obviously, he might grow in the future, but right now, it's a really good show. Good read webtoon. But, I guess I'll leave it at that, though. Thank you so much for watching. If you, enjoyed this video, then do leave me a like. If you want to read this series for yourself, link is in the description. Please do check it out. But with that, be safe, stay healthy, Chibi out.